Protesters just found out what happens when you throw stuff at St. Louis cops. Assaulting police officers is a pretty bad idea. It's an especially poor decision when they're decked out in riot gear and are not in the mood to have rocks and bricks thrown at them. Protesters in St. Louis just found that out the hard way as the unrest following Officer Jason Stockley's not guilty, quote, verdict spread through the Missouri City on Friday. According to KTVI News, numerous violent protesters found themselves with faces full of pepper spray while others ended up in handcuffs.
What I'm saying is, this is what y'all gotta realize. It's gonna be clean. You gotta realize something. If a black man, any person, go out and keep stealing the bank, if they robbing the bank, and they get away with it, we gonna keep doing it. You get what I'm saying? If we making money out selling drugs, they gonna keep doing it. White people killing. They not getting no consequences. They gonna keep doing it.
Can I ask you a question?
They gonna keep doing it.
Okay, so it seems like the rhetoric here, you guys are saying that you want to take over.
We need to take over. We want justice. Yeah, we don't want to take over nothing. And we don't want to take over nothing. That's what they making y'all think. We want justice.
Okay, when you say then who's going to shut it down, we're going to shut it down, what do you mean by that? What do you think people want?
Listen, the money, we're going to start spending money with y'all. We're going to stop doing all these football events that y'all don't want us at. We're going to start spending money with the white people. And that's how we get justice. Y'all finna see. And I'm done talking.
Okay, so you can tell that the emotions here are high.
Hundreds of protesters are marching through city streets. KTVI reported a smaller group stood in front of a city bus filled with officers in riot gear, blocking it and moving forward. Police were patient for a few minutes, but the rioters didn't get the message. The bus backed up and protesters again tried to stop it, with a few throwing water bottles. The bus moved less than a block before police in riot gear began pushing back the crowd, continued the report. Police make their first few arrests because folks were blocking a bus that contained other officers, hashtag Jason Stockley. Photos on social media showed dejected protesters dealing with pepper spray and acting confused after the fact that rioting might have consequences. Maced by police, he doesn't know why. Now this producer, Lucy Biggers, posted on Twitter, maybe because they are breaking the law? Another user helpfully replied, throughout the violent evening, the St. Louis police updated the public on social media and made it very clear that free speech and violence were not the same thing. It seems like Americans used to know these things without the cops having to tell us. While we support all First Amendment rights, violence and destruction of property is not free speech. Violators subject to arrest, explained the department's official Twitter account. St. Louis police there. While we support all First Amendment rights, violence and destruction of property is not free speech. Violators subject to arrest. Hashtag whatever. Just in, our cameras captured agitators hurling a brick toward a line of police, striking an officer and knocking them down. Peacefully demonstrated and speaking out is protected by the First Amendment, but once groups of rioters begin attacking officers and shutting down streets, all bets are off. Violence should not be tolerated, and it's about time that these out-of-control agitators found out that actions have consequences. The streets of St. Louis are not, quote, safe places to break the law. Please press share on Facebook if you are fed up with protesters attacking police officers doing their job. Well, yeah, absolutely. But this is going to click onto another page if I click it. Yeah, and we're not going to get such a great view. they have sound? Well, yes, you can protest. There is freedom of speech, but again, you're not allowed to be violent about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.